And I'm very happy that you've all come out here today to show your support for public higher education in Pennsylvania. There are one or two things I want to say just to kind of lead in before we listen to our speakers. First of all, we have some postcards available, and some of them are being handed out. The postcards themselves are up front here. These postcards are designed for you to use to send to members of the state legislature, reinforcing your concern for public higher education. So please, before you leave, pick up one of those postcards. In the second place, I wanted you to be aware that members of 3 student organizations, the Japanese Student Association, the Asian Studies Club, and the Religious Studies Club, will be passing amongst you for your contributions to Japanese relief. You can be certain that the money you contribute will go to Japanese relief because these organizations are working with the Japanese embassy. So give till it hurts. At any rate, I'm pleased to see so many of you here today. This is a time when artificial distinctions go away. We are no longer students and faculty. We are no longer administrators and staff. We are no longer Republicans and Democrats. We are united in a common cause, and that common cause is support for public higher education. So let me just draw your attention to the banner behind me and ask you to focus on the first 3 words. United we stand. And the thing that unites us is our concern that public higher education continue to be affordable for the vast majority of working class Pennsylvanians. So thank you for your support. Thank you for coming here today to demonstrate that support. It gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce to you the state representative from the 62nd District, Representative Dave Reed, who has long been an ardent supporter of IUP and would like to say a few words to you today on this subject. Representative Reed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Chambers. I appreciate the invitation to be with you all today. I have a feeling I'll probably be a little bit more concise and to the point and a little bit more restrained in my remarks because I've got to actually go to Harrisburg and debate the policy, debate the budget, and hopefully end up with a better resolution than was set forth a week and a half ago. But I do want to say I am a lifelong resident of Indiana County, so I've experienced IUP my entire life. I'm a graduate of IUP. My wife Heather is currently a master's student at IUP, so I can assure you that I understand the value of the state system of higher education in my family and in your family. And as we look at the budget proposal set forth by Governor Corbett about 2 weeks ago, I think we can all agree on one fact. A 53% cut to higher education, a 53% cut to the state system cannot, should not, and will not stand in this state. In talking to faculty members, students, and administration, I think we all knew that there were going to be cuts. We all knew with the federal stimulus money going away that this was going to be a very difficult budget year. And we also recognize that we need to match expenditures with revenues. But we've got to set forth a balanced budget that sets forth our priorities, not just for this generation, but for our next generation. We've got to negotiate a fair and reasonable budget, and we've got to make sure that although higher education may have been left behind during the last administration, that we do not allow this administration to do the same thing over the next 8 years. So in conclusion, I will tell you this. Our number 1 priority in Harrisburg right now is seeing money come back to the state system, seeing money come back to higher education, because your future, our community's future, and our children's future depend upon strong leadership within our state system schools and a strong opportunity to lead into the future. So I can assure you, my work over the next couple months is very clear. We want to restore as much money as we can to the state system. We want to make sure our schools like IUP remain strong and vibrant for years and generations ahead. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Representative Reed. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you our interim university president, Dr. David Werner. and he would like to speak to you about the nature of these cuts and higher education as it relates to IUP. Dr. Werner.
Thank you so much, and thanks to Representative Reed. And Representative Reed says it all. I mean, he is a product of IUP, and that's what we're all about. Unlike Representative Reed, I am not a lifelong resident of Indiana County. I've been here for now 7 months, I guess. And in that period of time, though, I've had the opportunity to meet many, many alumni of this university, like Representative Reed. And what they have in common is they almost all are lifetime residents of Pennsylvania. They came to IUP or to other state schools because of the opportunity that institutions like this offer to them. They've gone on to become productive citizens of the Commonwealth, taxpayers of the Commonwealth, and they continue to contribute to the betterment of this state. And they want, and what I want, and what you want, are those same opportunities for you, for the students of today, and we want those opportunities for students of tomorrow. And the way that we're going to accomplish that is by having a level of state funding that makes it possible to offer programs to you at a rate of tuition that is affordable for the vast majority of the citizens of the Commonwealth. So I'm really encouraged by what I hear Representative Reed say and what his priorities are and his colleagues within the legislature, that they're going to work to restore the funding that, at a level higher than what the governor has recommended. IUP and the rest of the state system has been, I think, prudently planning during the course of this year, knowing that next year was going to be a tough year, and we were working very diligently to make next year's budget work. But it can't work at a level that's been proposed, and I really appreciate your being out here, the Representative Reed and his colleagues doing what they're doing, and you can get into action besides just being here, but write to your legislators and let them know what you think. People are responsive to hearing from people who vote. So get out there and get your word known, not just here on the quad today, but in writing to your senators and your representatives. Do that, and you'll do yourself a service. Thank you for being here this afternoon.
Thank you, President Warner. I think I speak for all of us when I tell you how pleased we are to have two such vigorous voices on our behalf working for us at the state legislature and within the PASHE system. So thanks again to Representative Reed and President Warner. Now we're going to hear some